The pain that you are willing to endure is measured by how bad you want it. We're either getting better or we're getting worse. Denial is the ultimate comfort zone. It's time to go to war with yourself. I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. We all can come from nothing to something. Life is one big tug of war between mediocrity and trying to find your best self. The path to success will leave you calloused, bruised, and very tired. It will also leave you empowered. Everybody comes to a point in their life when they want to quit. But it's what you do at that moment that determines who you are. We don't rise to the level of our expectations, we fall to the level of our training. You can tolerate doubt as a backseat driver. Defeat is guaranteed if you put doubt in the pilot seat. Before you start a goal, let's take care of our insecurities because they are going to surface when you put yourself in the crucible and you're suffering. There is no better way to grow as a person every day than to do every day something you hate. No matter who you are, who your parents are or were, where you live, what you do for a living, or how much money you have, you're probably every day at 40% of your true capability. It's a lot more than mind over matter. It takes self-discipline to schedule suffering into your day, every day. Analyze your schedule, kill your empty habits, burn out the bullshit, and see what's left. Fail self-discipline, things will have happened, and we must acknowledge them. A warrior is not a person that carries a gun. The biggest war you ever go through is right between your own ears. It's in your mind. We're all going through a war in our mind, and we have to callous our mind to fight that war and to win that war. Refuse to compromise who I was to conform to their unwritten rules. Your entitled mind is dead weight. Cut it loose. Don't focus on what you think you designed for him, on what you are willing to earn. It's possible to transcend anything that doesn't kill you. The human body can withstand and accomplish a hell of a lot more than most of us think possible. That it all begins and ends in the mind. Having lived the life I've lived, and seeing the other side, not being afraid to attack what was in front of me has made me happy. If you're not physically and mentally prepared for what life is going to throw at you, then you're just going to crumble, and then, you're no good to nobody. Tell yourself the truth. That you've wasted enough time, and that you have other dreams that will take courage to realize. The Buddha famously said that life is suffering. I'm not a Buddhist, but I know what he meant, and so do you. To exist in this world, we must contend with humiliation, broken dreams, sadness, and loss. Pain unlocks a secret doorway in the mind, one that leads to both peak performance and beautiful silence. Suffering is the true test of life. When you're in hell, you forget how greatly you are because you're suffering, and you forget the great things you've done. I had a rough childhood coming up, and I just took all that negative energy and made it very positive for myself to drive me. I'm a very driven person. I have a passion that almost scares people, just to be successful and make it no matter what. If you want to get better, do the things no one else wants to do. Do the things no one is even thinking about doing. There is no more time to waste. Hours and days evaporate like creeks in the desert. That's why it's okay to be cruel to yourself as long as you realize you're doing it to become better. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Everyone fails sometimes, and life isn't supposed to be fair, much less bend to your every whim. Never let people who choose the path of least resistance steer you away from your chosen path of most resistance. It's so easy to be great nowadays because everyone else is weak. Life will always be the most grueling endurance sport, and when you train hard, get uncomfortable, and callous your mind, you will become a more versatile competitor, trained to find a way forward no matter what. No one is going to come to help you. No one's coming to save you. The only way we can change is to be real with ourselves. If you're willing to suffer, and Ito means suffer, your brain and body once together, can do anything. If you want to be one of the few to defy those trends in our ever-softening society, you will have to be willing to go to war with yourself and create a whole new identity, which requires an open mind. It's so easy to be great these days because everyone else is so weak. Only you can master your mind, which is what it takes to live a bold life filled with accomplishments most people consider beyond their capability. Back in the day, what motivated me was overcoming myself. Now I believe in being a leader. I've done it all, I'm good. Now, it's about setting an example for others to follow. I can't just talk it, I have to live it. You have to be willing to go to war with yourself and create a whole new identity. You must recognize what you are about to do, highlight what you do not like about it, and spend time visual every obstacle you can. We live in an external world. Everything, you have to see it, touch it. If you can for the rest of your life, Live inside yourself. To find greatness, you have to go inside. I tried to do so many things to fit in. But when you look in the mirror, that's the one person you can't lie to. Nobody cares what you did yesterday. What have you done today to better yourself? Comfort zones. If you live in one too long, that becomes your norm. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Everybody wants a quick fix. You may get results, but they won't be permanent. The permanent results come from you having to suffer. If you have any mental toughness, if you have any fraction of self-discipline, the ability to not want to do it, but still do it, if you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness. Greatness pulls mediocrity into the mud. Get out there and get after it. I didn't hang my head, because injuries happen. I'd given it everything I had, and when you handle business like that, your effort will not go unnoticed. The only thing more contagious than a good attitude is a bad one. You have to build calluses on your brain just like how you build calluses on your hands. Callous your mind through pain and suffering. Only when you identify and accept your weaknesses will you finally stop running from your past. A warrior is a guy that goes, I'm here again today. I'll be here again tomorrow and the next day. It's a person who puts no limit on what's possible. If you can get through doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.